I'm Dan Wenhold, one of the investment partners at Fifthwall. Today I'm joined by John Sibley, CEO and co-founder of TrueBuilt Software. John, I know TrueBuilt's a construction software company, but can you tell me a little bit more about the problem that you're trying to solve within the construction industry?
So we're really focused on pre-construction. Pre-construction is the act of quantifying materials, labor, and equipment for a given construction project. Now, in the last few years, there's been high pricing volatility in the market. There's been a lot of supply chain issues. It's never been tougher or more essential to get an accurate estimate of how much a construction project is going to cost. We're primarily focused on subcontractors and general contractors who are commercial builders. Commercial builders come to us for our AI and computer vision takeoff software that eliminates a lot of the manual double entry or complicated work. They're able to come onto the TrueBuilt platform, and instead of spending a few weeks answering a bid from a developer or owner, they're able to do that in just a few minutes.
So talk to me a little bit about the early days of TrueBuilt. What drove you to create this company?
Yeah, so number one, it was understanding the pricing volatility and supply chain issues that every builder encountered during COVID. And so I got interested in, how were these projects planned? How were they cost estimated? And very quickly was shocked to find out that most builders use old school, on-prem legacy solutions. And so I immediately knew we could get them cloud-based. Now, construction has historically adopted tech at a very low clip. And so it's really important for our messaging to go into these builders and balance innovation like AI and computer vision, but also with what they're familiar with. And that's really been our design philosophy for the entire lifespan of TrueBuilt.
So I know the TrueBuilt team has been expanding over the last several years. What is it that is attracting new employees to the company?
Yeah, so I think the number one thing that we look for in the hiring process is someone who understands builders. And if you think about what a builder does, they create a property and they take an immense sense of pride in that. It's a tangible thing that they can look at and say, like, I built that. And so that sense of pride, that same ethos that our builders have, our team tries to really embrace that as well when it comes to our work, because our work is pivotal to creating that building in the first place.
Who is the target customer for TrueBuilt? Are you working more with the general contractors or the subcontractors?
Yeah, so we have both on the TrueBuilt platform. We primarily support the subcontractors though, and in fact, our AI models and computer vision models are more aimed at serving the subcontractor market.
Why is the takeoff and estimation so important when it comes to that part of the construction project?
Yeah, so it's essential for winning new projects, which is, top line revenue for the construction firm. But it's also about minimizing risk, right? They want to understand the amount of materials that are given for that project. And so it's really important that they have that understanding and then they can stay under that budget.
How do your customers measure the ROI that they're seeing from implementing and using TrueBuilt software?
Number one, how much time it takes to answer a bid. So we reduce time spent on takeoff by about 200% through the AI and computer vision solutions. And two, how profitable each project is. And that's super important for general contractors and subcontractors because their margins are inherently pretty small. So understanding that profitability at an early stage through pre-construction is essential. Previously, it's been a very manual process that's usually done on on-prem software. And you can imagine if you have to measure a wall, you have to go from point to point to point around a room to measure it. With TrueBuilt, you can just do one single click and it immediately picks up the measurements of those walls, and then you can start to figure out, all right, how much fireproofing is going into this, how much drywall is getting into this. So it's a much faster way of doing pre-construction.
Your customers may have a couple of different choices when it comes to the technology that they're looking at to help them with takeoff and estimation, but I know TrueBuilt stands out as being different. Talk to me about some of those things that do help you win business against some of your competitors.
Yes, we're the first cloud-based AI-enabled end-to-end pre-construction platform. So we're end-to-end in that we have takeoff, estimation, and bid management all in one single platform. You can pass data between all those different modules. That's not true of the market today. They're very disparate solutions. Number two, we are cloud-based. Surprisingly, a lot of our customers before they come to TrueBuilt are on on-prem solutions that haven't been updated in literally 20 years. And then number three is our AI and computer vision models that can really take care of the manual work and automate a lot of the takeoff process.
So I know we sat with you about a year ago actually and had a conversation like this. There's been a lot of advancements and changes, especially in AI over the last 12 months. How has that sped up or impacted your business? What have you been seeing at TrueBuilt?
Yeah, so I actually started my career at a natural language processing firm, precursor to ChatGPT. Before in 2015, we could understand text and we can contextualize it. We couldn't generate it. And so being able to, now through AI, generate text, generate images has been a huge advancement. Applied to TrueBuilt, it means we can automate reading a blueprint. That's a very manual task. We have spec books that are thousands and thousands of pages for large projects, and it takes forever for estimators to go through and understand them. So having that automation and that trust that we have accurate data within that automation is huge for our customers.
So let's turn the page a little bit and talk about what's on the product roadmap and what is TrueBuilt working on right now that customers can expect to see in the future.
Yeah, so number one is improving our computer vision and AI models. As we've onboarded more and more customers to the platform, those models naturally improve. But we're also looking to develop new models, specifically focused on different trades than we've focused on historically. Number two is international expansion, and that's both a strategy and a product question. So as of a few weeks ago, we support every single language, every single currency, and the metric system within TrueBuilt. And we've had a lot of inbound interest from the Middle East, from Asia in the last year. And so we're very serious about entering these new markets.
So tell me, what has it been like working with fifthwall? We've been an investor in your business now for a couple of years. How has that been going?
Yeah, it's been great. Having you in Southern California where we can meet in person has been fantastic. And then the connections that you all have made, both to other CEOs and founders who have been very helpful with advice, but also the LPs that are potential customers for us.
Well, John, this has been a great conversation. It's been really interesting to hear about some of the things that TrueBuilt has been up to over the last year and also what we can look forward to over the next couple of quarters. Thanks so much for sitting down with us today.
Well, thanks for having me, and thank you, Fifthwall, for always supporting us.